Now the time has come, dear friends, to talk about the tractor of the year. It is with great pleasure that we have here at EMA Web TV our friends Stefano Agnellini, who is the director of the Trattori magazine, and Fabio Zammarotti, who is the chairman of Tractor of the Year. Anything wrong? Yes, all correct. All correct. Thank you very much for your kind invitation. You know, guys, this is an important moment, the Tractor of the Year. Who's going to talk about this? You know, I can briefly tell you what the process is about. Every year we involve the manufacturers in the new edition of Tractor of the Year. So based on the new products that they have available, or based on their strategies for approaching the market, they decided to participate in the competition with certain models. The models are split into 4 categories. The first one is best of specialized, then best utility, which is for big tractors, then Tractor of the Year, and then sustainable TOTI, which is a special prize for the finalists of these categories. A sustainable TOTI is based on the sustainability concept. In June, there is an event called Let the Challenge Begin, where the manufacturers present the jury of 25 journalists from 25 different countries, their tractors, with very exciting presentations, because they all have the same time to really give a full description of their tractors in 20 minutes, focusing on the parameters that will be used by the jury to appoint the winners. In September, we always try out on the field all tractors, and then there is the voting phase, and then we come to EMA and give the awards. Stefano, I think we can talk about those who were the winners this year. You already know what I want from you. It's always a joyful moment at EMA. It's a moment of challenge, competition. You know, the winners always celebrate. We've been organizing this for many years, and we're always impressed by how many people come, and you know, the willingness of celebrating of all the winners. And then, as we can see, year on year we have an increasing number of brands participating, because, you know, registration is absolutely free. It's a journalist prize. And then the finalists, the winners, are decided upon by the jury of the Tractor of the Year. 25 journalists, one for each European country. So it's really a homogeneous type of voting, which reflects actually a vote on the technology which is available throughout the continent. We also had a jury member from Turkey, which is not yet an EU country, but their agriculture is very similar to that of other countries, and since they are a big country in terms of tractors, we thought it was important to involve them in the jury. Well, Turkey, I think last year, had, you know, an increase in the number of registrations of tractors, right? Yes, Turkey is a special country because, you know, it relies very much on the state and government incentives. In some years, you know, you can have a 50-60% increase in the number of registrations because of these incentives. When incentives lack, you know, there is not such a large number of tractors. In certain years you have 25,000 tractors, and in other years 75,000. So it's a very attractive market. Let's go to the winners now. This year we had the categories that Fabio described before. We had 8 tractors in the best of specialized. Among the finalists, You know, the specialized tractor market is very exciting throughout Italy and Europe. And, you know, this year there was the launching of many new products. New Holland won with T4 120F, which is an optimal tractor for orchards. They have actually worked a lot on certain characteristics. For example, the layout of the tractor, the overall dimensions. The imperative was to have stage 5 engines in these tractors. It's not easy because they have to be very narrow to be able to go through the rows in the orchards. New Holland was able to fit all elements in these engines under a cover which is very compact, so great visibility and low overall or limited overall dimensions. Usually it is a compact tractor. It has a flat platform, not the tunnel inside the cab, and you know it's got all the Industry 4.0 digital devices in the cab. So concerning the new technologies and the overall dimensions, New Holland did a great job. This is one category. And then what about Fabio? Will you talk about something else? Yes, I'd like to talk about the sustainable toti. Jumping from one category to the other. It's the most recent category we introduced 3 or 4 years ago. It is a category where we would like to highlight the characteristics, the features of a tractor in terms of sustainability. You shouldn't simply focus on emissions, which are regulated, but we have to understand how new technologies, AI, connectivity, 4.0, and also fleet management and preventative maintenance. Well, all these aspects are fully integrated and easy to use, user-friendly. I mean, we should be able to use the technology on board a tractor the same way that we use our smartphones. Of course, tractors are better performing, they have less impact on the soil, they need less fuel. So sustainability is indeed a broad concept that we would like to implement through technical parameters. This year, you know, the JCB Fast Track Icon was the winner in this category. It is quite a big tractor, but it's got electronic systems which make this tractor very effective. It's intuitive in terms of using the electronics. This means saving time, saving energy, reaching optimization and at the same time respecting the environment. Then best utility. This is the everyday tractor that with 100 to 150 HP, very compact, highly versatile tractors. You know, this year the winner is the McCormick tractor. This is a company of Argo tractors. They use powers from 100 HP onwards. The winner is McCormick X6414P6. You know, the jury was convinced by the technology contents of this tractor, the suspension of the front axle, suspension of the cab, stage 5 engine, and technologies 4.0 technologies in the cab, from fleet management to satellite driving. Usually they belong to higher ranges of tractors. what really convinced the jury, and these tractors that are also used with front loaders, is the use of a multifunction joystick which actually manages and controls the loader as well, so the operator doesn't have to change position in the cab when driving the tractor and using the loader. So better comfort and better performance. And then the special prize. Well, actually, the historical prize, the tractor of the year, the historical prize is usually awarded to open field tractors with no limits. This year, the winner is Fendt 728 Vario. It is a very interesting tractor from the technical point of view. Well, here the bar is raised. Yes, everybody knows Fendt in the world of agricultural mechanization. It's always been considered as the Ferrari of tractors. All the other brands have actually reached levels which are very similar to the top ranges, so it's a bit more challenging to make the difference. We had 5 finalists competing, and it was not easy to say who was the best. That was the most challenging part for the jury, because, selecting among all these top range technologies was difficulty. Fendt put in place something more in terms of drive. Everybody knows the Vario Fendt transmission, but in this case it was, the transmission used in 1900 was brought to the 700 range. So actually the gearbox divides the torque between the 2 axles. It's a technology which is also used in the automotive industry. I think that Fendt is at a higher level than others in this respect. And then, of course, there's everything in terms of Industry 4.0, comfort and safety. Let me ask you something. I deal with the agricultural world in general, and the tractor of the year, does it have an impact on the market? Can you sell more of your products if you have been awarded the Tractor of the Year prize? Well, I would say yes. Those who win one of these awards use this fact from the communication standpoint, and also for team building operations. For example, some companies made celebration T-shirts for all their employees. In a way, they wanted to recognize the contribution of a team to a project. Basically, it's an international prize which is recognized throughout the world. Well, participating in Tractor of the Year is not something that is limited to the contest, to the competition, but it's an alternative communication system for the manufacturers. It's a showcase of new technologies, of company philosophies, and also of the vision of a more sustainable vision of agriculture. Yes, I agree with you. First of all, because you have stressed how important the award is. And then, we said that there's always great enthusiasm here at EIMA, and this also is an important prize, and all the companies would like to get it. So shall we see each other in 2 years' time? Yes, and I wish you every success. Thank you.